In a time full of hardship, oppression, and cruelty, the people of Israel lived under the rule of Pharaoh, a tyrant who ruled with an iron fist. Pharaoh, in his arrogance and fear, had issued a decree that every male child to the Israelites must be killed. He feared that one day a child might grow up to challenge his rule, and so he sought to eliminate that threat by destroying the future of the Israelites. But on one fateful night, when the world was shrouded in darkness, a light of hope was burned. In a small house among the suffering Israelites, a child was born, a child who would change the course of history. His name was Moses, and his birth would be the beginning of a new era, the birth of Moses. Moses' mother, like any mother, feared for her child. How could she protect him from Pharaoh's decree? How could she keep him safe in such a dangerous war? But Allah, in His infinite wisdom, inspired her heart. She was given a message. We inspired the mother of Moses, suckle him, and when you fear for him, cast him into the river, and do not fear or grieve. Indeed, we will return him to you and make him one of the messengers. With faith in her heart and love for her son, she followed the divine command. She placed Moses in a small wooden box and set him afloat on the river. The river that seemed calm and peaceful carried the child away, but his mother's heart remained steadfast. She trusted Allah's promise. We will return him to you. The journey of the box on the river. As the box drifted along the river, it was carried to the place where Pharaoh's palace stood. On the banks of the river, Pharaoh's wife Asia went for a walk. Her eyes caught sight of the small box floating toward her. She saw the child and felt an overwhelming sense of compassion. She took him in her arms, feeling a connection that could not be explained. Asia's heart was filled with a love she had never known. She knew at that moment that this child was no ordinary child. She wanted to keep him, to protect him, to raise him as her own. She took the child to Pharaoh, showing him the baby. Let not this child be killed. Perhaps he will benefit us, or we may adopt him as a son. Pharaoh, though skeptical, was moved by his wife's request. Little did he know that this child, whom he had unknowingly adopted, would one day be the very one to challenge his tyranny and bring an end to his reign of oppression. Moses' upbringing in Pharaoh's palace. Moses grew up in the palace of Pharaoh, living a life of luxury. Yet, despite all the wealth and comfort surrounding him, there was something inside him resist the injustice of his environment. He was unaware for now of his true mission, but deep within him was a sense of injustice that would one day lead him to confront Pharaoh himself. Asia became the mother he never had. She showed him love and care, and her heart ached for him. Even though she didn't know the true power this child would one day wield, she was the warmth that softened his heart. Even though the cold walls of Pharaoh's palace surrounded him, Moses in return felt a deep bond with Asia, but he also carried with him the burden of knowing that his true people, the Israelites, were suffering. The lessons we can learn from this story. 1. Allah's perfect plan. This story shows how Allah's plan worked in the most mysterious ways, even when things seem impossible. 2. A mother's faith. Moses' mother's faith and trust in Allah's protection remind us that faith is the strongest shield, even in the darkest time. 3. Divine mercy. Asia, who was once part of Pharaoh's world of oppression, became a source of love and mercy for Moses, showing how anyone can change and be part of Allah's greater plan for the fight against injustice. Despite growing up in Pharaoh's palace, Moses' heart remained with the oppressed, reminding us that no matter where we are, we can always choose to fight for justice. Conclusion. The story of Moses is just beginning. His journey from a helpless child in a box to the leader who would challenge Pharaoh is a testament to Allah's power and mercy. This is only the first chapter of an incredible tale of courage, faith, and divine intervention. Stay tuned for the next episodes, where we will continue the story of Moses as he grows into the prophet chosen to lead the Israelites out of bondage. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to follow the unfolding story of this great prophet and the lessons we can learn from his life. If you found this video inspiring, please like it, share it with your friends, and leave a comment below. Your support helps us continue bringing these stories to you, and we would love have you join us on this journey. Subscribe now and don't miss the next chapter of Moses' incredible journey. Stay safe and in Allah's protection.